Welcome to Terry's Diverse Horizons, a place where we explore faith, history, culture, and the big questions with honesty, wit, and sometimes a dose of uncomfortable truth. Religion is supposed to be about faith, prayer, and maybe the occasional awkward church potluck. But in some parts of the world, simply believing in Jesus Christ can turn everyday life into a dangerous gamble. Today on Terry's Diverse Horizons, we're counting down 10 countries where Christians face the harshest persecution. And we're doing it countdown style, starting with the least severe on this list and ending with the place where practicing Christianity can cost you everything. Some of these stories are shocking, some are disturbing, and some make you wonder how the modern world still allows this to happen. Let's begin. Starting our countdown is India, a country known for its diversity and ancient religious traditions. But in recent years, tensions involving religious minorities, including Christians, have increased in certain regions. Under the influence of Hindutva, a nationalist ideology promoted by groups connected to the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, some extremist groups have accused Christians of forced conversions. This has led to church vandalism, harassment of pastors, and pressure on Christian communities in several states. India still has millions of Christians worshiping openly, but in certain areas, faith now comes with extra scrutiny. Next comes Saudi Arabia, home to Islam's holiest cities, Mecca and Medina. Here's the catch: public Christian worship is not allowed. Churches cannot legally operate, and Christian gatherings must take place quietly inside private homes. The country follows a strict interpretation of Sharia law, meaning converting from Islam to Christianity can carry severe consequences. Ironically, millions of foreign workers in the kingdom are Christians, but they must practice their faith very carefully. In Saudi Arabia, the church has no building, only living rooms. Coming in at number 8 is China, where Christianity isn't outright banned, but it's definitely on a tight leash. Under Xi Jinping, religion must operate under strict government supervision. Churches must register with the state through the Three Self-Patriotic Movement, which basically means the government keeps one eye on the sermon and the other on the congregation. Crosses have been removed from church buildings, pastors have been detained, and some underground churches have simply vanished overnight. Apparently, faith is allowed, just as long as it reports to the government first. At 7, Pakistan, where Christians make up only a small minority, but often face major consequences. One of the biggest problems is the Pakistan blasphemy laws. These laws were meant to protect religious respect, but they've often been used to accuse minorities, including Christians, of insulting Islam. Once that accusation spreads, mobs sometimes form faster than a viral tweet. The case of Asia Bibi, a Christian woman who spent years on death row before being acquitted, showed the world just how dangerous these accusations can become. Then we move to Eritrea, sometimes nicknamed the North Korea of Africa. Here, only a few government-approved Christian denominations are allowed. Everyone else? Well, let's just say the prison system is always open for new guests. Some believers have reportedly been held in shipping containers, converted into prison cells under the scorching African sun. It's not exactly the kind of church retreat anyone signed up for. At 5, Iran. In Iran, Christianity technically exists, but converting from Islam is where things become dangerous. Conversion is considered apostasy under strict interpretations of Sharia law. House churches often meet quietly to avoid raids from authorities linked to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. In other words, worship can look less like Sunday service and more like a secret meeting from a spy movie. At 4, Somalia. Welcome to Somalia, where Christianity exists almost entirely underground. The militant group Al-Shabaab actively hunts down converts from Islam. If someone is discovered practicing Christianity, the consequences can be immediate and severe. So believers often keep their faith completely secret, even from family members. That's not just quiet worship, that's survival. At 3, Afghanistan. After the fall of Kabul, 2021, Afghanistan became one of the most dangerous places for Christians. The return of the Taliban effectively wiped out public Christian life, Converts from Islam face extreme punishment, forcing believers to hide their faith completely. For many Christians here, even owning a Bible can put their lives in danger. At 2, Nigeria. Now we reach Nigeria, where violence against Christians has reached terrifying levels in certain regions. Militant groups like Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa Province have attacked churches, villages, and Christian communities. Entire towns have been destroyed, and many believers have been forced to flee. It's one of the deadliest places in the world to be a Christian today. And finally, the most dangerous place on earth to be a Christian. At number 1, welcome to North Korea. The regime of Kim Jong-un treats Christianity as a direct threat to the state ideology known as Juche ideology. Owning a Bible can lead to imprisonment, or worse. Entire families can disappear into forced labor camps simply for practicing Christianity. In North Korea, faith isn't just private, it's dangerous. Across the world, millions of Christians still face persecution simply for their beliefs. And yet, despite the pressure, the arrests, and the dangers, many continue to practice their faith quietly and courageously. History has shown something interesting about faith. The more it's suppressed, the stronger it often becomes. If you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, because sometimes awareness is the first step toward change. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, stay safe, and always stay humble.